economy. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokumba Wahab, made this known at the 2025 ministerial press briefing, saying providing workable, practical solutions to the management of generated wastes will ensure that a drastically reduced quantum gets to the landfill sites. Wahab explained that the state government also signed an MOU with a Dutch firm for the construction of a high-efficiency 60 to 80 megawatts waste-to-energy plant at Ekpe landfill, which will utilize advanced technology to generate clean energy from municipal solid waste, commercial and industrial waste, translating to the consumption of about 2,500 tons daily of municipal solid waste. He said the state generates over 13,000 metric tons of solid waste daily, and the government initiated the signing of several memorandums of understanding, MOUs, that will not only develop waste-to-resource initiatives, but improve the collection and recycling of solid and liquid waste, as well as the establishment of a smelting plant for the conversion of electronic waste, which will transform Lagos as a leader in electronic waste recycling. Wahab stated that the government had also consolidated an enforcement campaign through collaboration with sister paramilitary agencies in line with the provision of the 2017 Lagos State Environmental Protection and Management Law to effect the arrest of almost 700 persons for highway crossing, which endangers their lives. He averred that the ministry has also inaugurated the anti-open defecation squad at the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Ojodubaja axis, to ensure that environmental nuisances such as indiscriminate waste disposal, open urination and defecation on road medians and pedestrian walkways is eradicated in the axis, while clean-up exercises were carried out at Ikeja, Kodeso Bridge, Oshodioke Bridge, and Iyanoba Interchange Bridge. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, has admonished all motorists, particularly truck operators, to exhibit heightened vigilance and circumspection, especially with the onset of the rainy season. LASMA's General Manager, Olalekan Bakarioki, made the call while reacting to a traffic incident along Agege Old Abeokuta Road involving a fully laden truck and two painted commercial Volkswagen buses. Bakarioki underscored the imperative of strict compliance with extant road safety protocols and enjoined drivers to adhere to the newly installed speed limiting devices, a measure strategically deployed to mitigate accidents and promote collective road safety. LASMA's Director, Public Affairs and Enlightenment Department, Adebayo Taufik, in a statement, said preliminary reports state that the truck driver, who suffered grievous fractures to both hands, lost control of the vehicle while navigating the Penn Cinema Bridge, adding that the truck plunged from the bridge, landing upon two commercial buses stationed underneath. The National Orientation Agency, NOA, Lagos State Directorate, has reiterated the commitment of the federal government towards ensuring transparency and accountability in the student loan scheme disbursements. Director, NOA, Lagos Directorate, Mustafa Tukur, made the commitment when he appeared on a radio program in Lagos. Tukur's statements followed a revelation by the Director General of NOA, Lanre Issa Onilu, that some tertiary institutions and banks were conspiring to defraud the beneficiaries of no fund loan. Issa Onilu had said several institutions were found to have received loan disbursements into their accounts without informing the affected students, and in some cases still compelled them to pay tuition fees, leading to double payments. Tukur emphasized the agency's support for the DG's position and warned that such unethical acts will not be tolerated. He assured Nigerians that the government is working seriously to fish out, apprehend, and prosecute all offenders found to be involved in these fraudulent activities. Tukur also used the opportunity to reaffirm NOA's determination to ensure that students benefit fully from government interventions and called on the public to report any misconduct noticed in the implementation of the scheme for prompt action. And now to the rest of the stories. Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Ali Pate, says the international health community is increasingly optimistic about Nigeria's health sector revitalization trajectory as reforms under President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda continue to gather momentum and international support. Speaking after a series of high-level meetings during the IMF World Bank spring meetings in Washington, D.C., Pate said global actors are beginning to recognize that the reforms Nigeria has embarked upon under the leadership of the president are making a difference and need to be sustained over time. Pate explained that engagements with key donors and development partners focused on aligning future investments and cooperative financing towards tangible improvements for the Nigerian population. He revealed that his bilateral meeting with incoming president of the World Health Assembly, Teodoro Habosa, has set the stage for targeted investment into localized health services manufacturing in Nigeria. According to the minister, President Tinubu's strategic investment in the sector has sparked new energy and commitment among international partners. He also emphasized Nigeria's growing leadership role in shaping the evolving global health ecosystem. Pate also referenced the recent meeting of the Stop TB Partnership Board, where Nigeria's progress in tuberculosis control was widely praised. No fewer than 2 children have lost their lives in a measles outbreak in the Unguwa Kanawa community of Tankarau Dutsen Aba in Zaria local government area of Kaduna State. The village head Nasiru Yunusa, who made this known, attributed the deaths to the community's initial reluctance towards vaccination, stating that 2/3 of the people did not vaccinate their children due to misconceptions. Meanwhile, the Kaduna State Primary Healthcare Board has stepped up efforts to combat vaccine refusal and reduce maternal and child mortality. The Director of Disease Control and Immunization at the board confirmed that surveillance had been intensified with outreach teams visiting households in the affected communities. And now to foreign news. Authorities say at least 28 people have been killed and 800 injured in a massive explosion at one of Iran's key ports. The blast took place at Shahid Rajai, the country's largest commercial port, near the southern city of Bandar Abbas. Customs officials released a statement that the explosion had probably resulted from a fire that had broken out in a Hamzat and chemicals material storage depot. Iran's national oil production company said the port explosion was unrelated to the country's oil refineries, fuel tanks, and pipelines. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has expressed his deep regret and sympathy for the victims, announcing a government investigation. And now sport, in a groundbreaking move solidifying its position as a hub of innovation and a key player on the global stage, Lagos State has announced its selection as the first African city to host a race in the prestigious UIM E1 World Championship. The race is organized by PIF E1 Series and will witness a high-profile electric boat racing event scheduled to electrify the city's waterways on October 4 and 5. Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho, says the landmark opportunity underscores Lagos State's rising global prominence and its unwavering commitment to pioneering sustainable initiatives and technological advancement. Omotosho said its strategic coastal location along the Atlantic Ocean offers an ideal natural arena for the electric racing series, spotlighting Africa's increasingly vital role in shaping the future of clean technologies. He added that the Lagos State government is working closely with the E1 organization to ensure the seamless execution of this historic event. And that's all for the news at 4. Ensure you make use of your seatbelt while driving. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961, on YouTube. Subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration empowered 600 women with ingenious business ideas to the tune of 4 billion naira through the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund LSETFW initiative to empower Lagosians? You can get more details on the Lagos State government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State government reiterated its commitment to revolutionize the state's waste management process from a linear collect and dump system to a sustainable circular economy. Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Ali Pate, said the international health community is increasingly optimistic about Nigeria's health sector revitalization trajectory as reforms under President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda continue to gather momentum and global support. We also told you that authorities say at least 28 people have been killed and 800 injured in a massive explosion at one of Iran's key ports. And in sports, in a groundbreaking move solidifying its position as a hub of innovation and a key player on the global stage, Lagos has announced its selection as the first African city to host a race in the prestigious UIM E1 World Championship. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashiri. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.